Hello friends, welcome to our channel Kaal, the history, where we apprise you of the important historical events which one should certainly know, along with the ancient, medieval and the modern history in order to enhance your knowledge. But before we move on, I request you to kindly subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon for the latest updates. The death and destruction of World War I was so horrible that it was called the war to end all wars. Yet the agreement to end World War I did not resolve the problems of the world, and according to some historians, led directly to the next catastrophe, World War II. Treaty of Versailles. Following World War I, the victorious Allied powers met to decide Germany's future. Germany would be forced to sign the Treaty of Versailles. Germany lost territory and was prohibited from having a large military. Failure of appeasement. Yes, friends, appeasement meant agreeing to the demands of another nation in order to avoid conflict. During the 1930s, politicians in Britain and France began to believe that the Treaty of Versailles was unfair to Germany and that Hitler's actions were understandable and justifiable. This belief, adopted by Britain, was the policy of appeasement. An example of appeasement was the Munich Agreement of September 1938. In the agreement, Britain and France allowed Germany to annex areas in Czechoslovakia where German speakers lived. Germany agreed not to invade the rest of Czechoslovakia or any other country. In March 1939, Germany broke its promise and invaded the rest of the Czechoslovakia. Neither Britain nor France was prepared to take military action. Then, on September 1, 1939, German troops invaded Poland. Britain and France immediately declared war on Germany, and the World War II had begun in Europe. Friends, the whole world was hit by an economic depression in the late 1920s. In a depression, economies shrink, trade is reduced, business closes, prices fall, banks fail, and unemployment rises. Sometimes during a depression, people look for a strong political leader to resolve their problems. So in 1933, Adolf Hitler became the leader of Germany by promising to restore German wealth empire. Friends, Hitler immediately began secretly building up Germany's army and weapons. Although Britain and France knew of Hitler's actions, they thought a stronger Germany would stop the spread of communism from Russia. In 1936, Hitler ordered German troops to enter the German-speaking areas of the Rhineland, that is in France, Austria, and Czechoslovakia. At this point, neither France nor Britain was prepared to go to war. In 1936, Hitler made alliances with Italy and Japan. And the military alliance of Germany, Italy, and Japan was called the Axis powers to accept guilt for the war and to pay reparations. Germany lost territory and was prohibited from having a large military. Friends, the League of Nations was an international organization set up in 1919 to keep world peace. It was intended that all countries would be members and that if there were disputes between countries, they would be settled by negotiation rather than by force. And the League of Nations was a good idea, but ultimately a failure. Not all countries joined the League, and the League had no army to prevent military aggression, such as Italy's invasion of Ethiopia in Africa or Japan's invasion of Manchuria in China. Friends, Japan was hit badly by the economic depression. Japanese people lost faith in the government. They turned to the army in order to find a solution to their economic problems, and in order to produce more goods, Japan needed natural resources for its factories. The Japanese army invaded China, an area rich in minerals and resources, and China asked for help from the League of Nations. Japan ignored the League of Nations and continued to occupy China and Korea. As Japan invaded other areas of Southeast Asia, including Vietnam, the United States grew concerned about its territories in Asia, such as the Philippines and Guam. Japan felt that its expansion could be threatened by the United States military and attacked Pearl Harbor, Hawaii in December 1941. So World War II had begun in Asia. So if you like this video, I would request you to kindly share it with your friends and your loved ones. So take care, keep smiling.